Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with Bang Bang movement against the partition of Bengal. And this is your second part of the chapter. People oppose this effort to break the unity and integrity of Bengal by rallies, demonstrations, and by distributing pamphlets. Vande Mataram song was from the novel Anand Mat, written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, became the popular slogan during this protest. The nation was swept by a strong wave of nationalism. So, during that time, the Bang Bang movement started, and it started by rallies, demonstrations, and by distributing pamphlets. And Vande Mataram song from the novel Anand Mat was written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, and it became the popular slogan of this Bang Bang movement. People in Bengal observed the day of the implementation of the partition as the mourning day. People went on a strike all over the region. As per the suggestion of Rabindranath Tagore, that day was also celebrated as the Day of Unity, and this day was celebrated as the Day of Unity. Next is Swadeshi movement. It was decided to intensify the movement against the partition of Bengal, Bang Bang movement, and expand its base. The main three characteristics of the movement were, these are the main three characteristics of Swadeshi movement. Okay, first one is to trade and use Indian, that is Swadeshi goods only. We have to use Indian goods only. The boycott imported goods, to boycott the imported goods, the goods which are from the coming from the foreign countries. To acquire national education and boycott the English education. To achieve these goals, a committee was formed under the leadership of renowned members of the Indian National Congress like Surendranath Banerjee, Bipin Chandra Pal, Arvind Ghosh, etc. They urged the Indians to boycott foreign goods and clothes and use Swadeshi goods. Through articles in newspapers, procession, public meetings, and folk songs, people were made to understand the importance of using Swadeshi goods. Factories were started to produce Swadeshi goods. The import of goods like textile, salt, shoes, sugar, cigarette, tobacco, etc. from England decreased drastically, and the sale of Indian commodities and textile increased. The Swadeshi movement spread in other parts of India too. Next, you have national education. The third feature associated with the Swadeshi or the boycott movement was the national education. Students took an active part in the Bang Bang movement. As a result, many punitive actions such as levying fine or expelling students from the school college were taken by the government. This called for an optional arrangements of national schools colleges for students. In 1907 CE, 25 national secondary schools and 300 national primary schools became functional in Bengal. Rabindranath Tagore started Vishwa Bharati School in Shanti Niketan in 1901 CE. The British government failed in subsidizing the Bang Bang movement. Finally, the British government had to cancel the partition of Bengal in the year 1911 CE. It was a historical and a memorable victory of the people of Bengal that was achieved through peaceful and non-violent means. Now next you have things to know, that you can read it and understand. It can come in your MCQ and fill in the blanks, etc. Now you have important topic, rise of extremists. Leaders like Dadabhai Nauroji, Surendranath Banerjee, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Firoz Shah Mehta believed in acquiring political rights through constitutional measures. They are known as the moderates, since they had adopted a moderate attitude as per the trend of the time. The moderates prepared a strong ground for national awakening by uniting the educated middle class. They sowed the seeds of self rule, equality, democracy, freedom in the minds of Indians. So they sowed the seed of self rule, equality for the people, democracy, freedom in the minds of Indians. The outcome of their work formed a group of Indian youth who were enthusiastic, awakened, and confident. Moderate leaders. In contrast to the moderate ideology, there was a group of three leaders. They were Lala Rajpat Rai from Punjab, he was known as Lal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak from Maharashtra, Bal, and Bipin Chandra Pal from Bengal, that is Pal. These leaders wanted to acquire the self rule not as a favor but as their right. So these were the three important leaders. Okay, Lal, Bal, and Pal. They followed the policy of aggression and revolution and hence were called the extremists. Now you have first Lokmanya Tilak. These are the short notes. You have to read it properly and I will give in your homework also in your workbook. Okay, so it's very important to read it. Next you have Lala Rajpat Rai and that also just read it and you have to write in your workbook. Next you have Bipin Chandra Pal. These three are the important short notes. Next you have establishment of the Muslim League. It was found in the year 1906. The Britishers had adopted the policy of divide and rule. Nationalism was growing at a quick pace in India and the Britishers found it necessary to break the national unity. They could successfully convince a group of Muslim leaders into forming the Muslim League. It was found in Dhaka in 1906 CE. The religious head of Muslims, Aga Khan, Nawab of Dhaka, Salim Ullah Khan, Viceroy Minto, and his private secretary Dunlop Smith played a vital role in the establishment of the Muslim League. So, this was the establishment of the Muslim League. In this, you have Home Rule Movement that was in the year 1916. This is also very important. Okay, you have to just go through this Home Rule Movement. Next, you have Lucknow Pact in the year 1916, and that also you just read it and see in which year it was found and what were the intentions to establish this movement, this pact. Okay, then next is Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose and Azad Hind Fauj. That is very important topic. Subhash Chandra Bose was born on 23rd January 1897 in Cuttack, Odisha. His mother's name was Prabhavati and father's name was Jankinath Bose. He was very intelligent since his childhood. He stood fourth in the ICS exam in the year 1920 conducted in London. He joined the Indian National Congress after returning to India and participated in the freedom struggle. He was arrested for 11 times under the political offense. He became the president of the Haripura session of Congress in 1938 CE and the second time in Tripura session had held in 1939 CE. difference of opinion forced him resign from the post of the president of the Indian National Congress. In May 1939, Subhash Chandra Bose formed a new political party, Forward Bloc. When the Second World War broke out in Europe, Forward Bloc launched an anti-war propaganda. As a result, Subhash Chandra and his followers were arrested and imprisoned by the government. While in jail, Subhash Chandra Bose went on a hunger strike, and that deteriorated his health, and the government was forced to set him free. However, he was kept under house arrest. So, this is very important. I have also gone through it. You also just read it and underline the important points. Next, you have next paragraph. On 17 January 1941, Subhash Chandra Bose escaped from the house arrest. He disguised himself as a Pathan and reached Berlin via Peshawar, Kabul, and Moscow. He gave a speech on Berlin radio which shocked the Britishers. From there, he went to Japan via Sumatra. Next, you have things to know that you can read and understand. Okay. Now, as the chief of Azad Hind Force, that is Indian National Army, an Indian soldier from the British Army, Captain Mohan Singh, formed Azad Hind Fauj, that is Indian National Army, with the help of Indian soldiers who had surrendered to Japan as war prisoners. Due to differences of opinions between Japanese government and Ras Bihari Bose, Mohan Singh had to resign. The future of Azad Hind Fauj became blurred. With a general consent, Ras Bihari Bose appointed Subhash Chandra Bose as the chief of Azad Hind Fauj on 4th July 1943. So this way Subhash Chandra Bose became the chief of the Azad Hind Fauj. He was given the honor title of Netaji. Netaji gave the slogan Chalo Delhi and Jai Hind to the Fauj and the nation. Okay. Next paragraph you have. He toured the countries of Southeast Asia and appealed the Indians living there to sacrifice everything for the freedom of the country. He said to the people, "You give me blood and I will give you freedom." Okay, this is very important slogan of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. This slogan gave a impetus to the freedom struggle, which means the force with which a body moves, means it was the encouragement that Netaji gave to the people to get the freedom. Provisional government. Subhash Chandra Bose established Arzi Hukumat-e-Azad Hind in Singapore in October 1943. He took charge as the chief of the army. This government declared a war against England and America. Now, role of Azad Hind Fauj. How Azad Hind Fauj worked out. Azad Hind Fauj was reorganized by Subhash Chandra Bose after he became the chief of the Arzi Hukumat-e-Azad Hind. Proper training was given to the soldiers and the Azad Hind Fauj was divided into various battalions. Okay, so here in things to know, you will see what were the name of the battalions and all. So just go through it. Azad Hind Fauj secured victory at various fronts in the eastern border of India like Arakan and Imphal. Later on, the Fauj was forced to retreat due to the shortage of food supply and heavy rain. So, due to the shortage, the Fauj was retreated. America dropped the nuclear bomb on Japan and Japan surrendered. The dynamics of the war changed and the future of the Azad Hind Fauj became hazy. 4,000 soldiers died and 25,000 soldiers were arrested. And at the last, how Netaji